So guys, ay salah.
Okay, so good afternoon to our Miss Sharoza, to our Madam Sharoza, and to our fellow classmates. So I will introduce me and my team member. Firstly, I am Niputri Hazika, and the second one is Bashiru Mufid, and the third one is Taki.
Hi, madam.
Also, the fourth one is Kevin Api, but he is unavailable for right now because he's on MC. So I will replace him for his presentation. So we will start. So we will present about MMHE, MHB, that is Maritime Marine Heavy Engineering. Okay, so this is our group member. This is our content. Chapter 1 is the background of the company and history of the company. Chapter 2, the organizational and the structure. Chapter 3, mission statement and level of goals. Chapter 4, strategic management. Chapter 5, the SWOT analysis. Chapter 6 is the innovation. And the last one is the type of leadership and managing the team conflict. So, firstly, for the introduction and the company background. So we're talking about the history, the location, and the core business of the company background. So, this one supposed to be Kevin slide, but yeah, I will replace him. So MHB was incorporated in Malaysia in 1989 as a private limited company under the name of MSC Holdings Sdn Bhd. In June 2010, when MSC Holding was converted into a public company, its name was changed into Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering Holdings Berhad, that is MHB. Okay, on 29 October 2010, MHB was successfully listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad, with its initial public offering IPO rising of 2.03 billion. The IPO was the first in Malaysia to be conducted with an international strategic investor. Okay. So the history of MHB dates back to the incorporation of its wholly owned subsidiary, Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering, MMHE, in May 1973. So under the name of Malaysia Shipyard and Engineering Sdn Bhd, MSE, MSE was established by the government to advance Malaysia's maritime industry program. It was the subsequent private and in 26 become a wholly owned subsidiary of MISC Berhad. Being within the MISC group of companies enabled the two organizations to align their goals and objectives to create the greater synergy. So that is the history of MMHE and MHB. Okay. So the second one is the organizational structure, which should be represented by Kevin too, but yes, I will represent him. Okay, what is the definition of organizational structure? So organizational structure is a system that defines how particular tasks are directed in order to fulfill an organization goal. It's known as the organization structure. So it is a task, the work that we have to do in a directed order that have been given to fulfill the organization goals. Okay, rules and obligation are example of these activities. So the employee must follow the rules, must follow their roles and obligation to attain the organization goals. So the flow of information between levels inside the corporation is also determined by the organization structure. In a central structure, for example, decisions are made from top down, but in a decentralized structure, decision-making power is distributed throughout the organization. Companies that have an organizational structure in place are more efficient and focused. So the company that have this organizational structure will be more efficient, will be more focused, and can attain the organizational goals with successfully. Okay, next is the mission statement and the level of goals. We will pass to Bashirul Mufid for this presentation. Thank you.
So, mission statement and level of goal. We have strategy. For example, to provide better marine, heavy engineering solution and service and on a consistent basis. To encourage our employees, individual and team excellence, to create long-term values for shareholders. Number 2, we have tactical. Market expansion for the existing marine and heavy engineering segment. For example, increase the number of high value LNG carrier project in the maritime repair sector. For B, release renewable energy and model structure project prospect. For example, encourage model structure chance of winning by offering competitive. C, we have infrastructures and equipment shall be improved. For example, upgrade assets and facilities to improve fabrication. And D, we have increase the breadth of tasks done in-house. For example, from a core team to work on developing EPCIC competence. Number 3, we have operational. Dry dock repair. For example, dry dock repair, refining and upgrade for filters, jump version modification and jack up submersible rings repair and conversion. For example, in March 2019, MHB was awarded the Petronas Master Service Agreement for integrate the main mechanical and maintenance mechanical statics TA4MS in partnership with Hyosung Engineering Limited HSEL. After that, strategic management level of strategic. Number 1, we have corporate overview. For example, MHB has a track record of delivering full range APCIC service, having complete over 200 offshore project. Number 2, we have onshore. MHB has, for example, MHB has extensive expertise implementing onshore integrate solution. Number 3, we have conversion. Since 2005, MHE has completed more than 30 conversion projects, including FSO, FPSO, and MOPU. Number 4, we have marine repair and refurbishment. For example, MHB has completed over 3,800 maritime repair and life extension project on a wide range of vessel. For business, we have marine business segment. For example, conversion of offshore facilities in one location. And we have facilities heavy engineering business segment. For example, fabrication service for onshore modules and facilities, and other service. Other than that, other service, for example, turret fabrication, brownfield hook up and communication, and offshore service. Other than that, we have operational. For example, we have Fenicanal Capital. Yeah. Lepas tu we have
marine repair kan?
What?
Masih marine repair kan?
Dah lepas.
Oh, okay. Mana operational?
Nah, this.
Okay.
We have human capital, social and relationship capital, intellectual capital, manufacture capital, and natural capital. Tu je. Thank you.
Alright.
I pass for.
Sudah aku cepat tu.
Thank you.
Okay. For SWOT analysis, firstly, strength. Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering (MMHE) has received 2 certification from the Lloyd Register Quality Assurance (LRQA) certified organization. Quality recruitment for fusion welding on metallic materials. Steel and aluminium construction have a wide range of qualities, criteria, and execution. Recruitment for assessing structural component compliance. The Lloyd Register Quality Assurance Division of Lloyd's Register provide as world-class assessment and certification service in quality management system and environmental management backed by advertised and from this training service division. This certificate scope include activities such as design, manufacture, repair, installation, distribution, project management, and supervising in a variety of industry. So the asset for Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering Sidang Berhad is HE International Sidang Berhad, Teknik MHB Pool Engineering Sidang Berhad, Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering Saudi Limited, Teknologi Indah Sidang Berhad, MMHE LNG Sidang Berhad, MH Integrate Engineering Sidang Berhad, MMHE Epic Marine and Service Sidang Berhad. So for weakness is Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering Holdings through SWOT profile offer with an in-depth strategy analysis of the company's business and operations. Global Data has created this analysis to give you a comprehensive and unbiased picture of the company's key strengths and weaknesses, as well as prospective possibilities and threats. The profile aids in the formulation on strategies. So this company report is part of global data profile and demand service, which include information on over 50,000 of the world's most successful business. Once queried, global data's highly skilled team of company analysts will conduct in-depth research and write a complete financial and strategy analysis of Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering Holding, include a detailed SWOT analysis and give it to your directly. For opportunities, we choose Bumi Armada Sedang Berhad. Bumi Armada Sedang Berhad is a rival of Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering Sedang Berhad. Bumi Armada is a Malaysia-based worldwide offshore in energy infrastructure and service business with a presence in over 29 countries on 4 continents and over 1,100 employees from over 29 nationalities. They has offered service through 2 business units, which is floating production and operation and offshore marine service, which includes the activities for the offshore support vessel and subsea construction. Bumi Armada is a well-established OSV owner and operator with considerable expertise in Asia, Europa, Africa, and Latin America, as well as one of the world's large floating production storage offloading. Bumi Armada groups of company includes varied subsidiaries as well as joint venture enterprise, and the corporation was founded in December 1995 as a public limited company under the Companies Act. Lastly, for the threats, to ensure the integrity of financial risk management, the corporate finance and financial risk management unit under finance division continues to monitor and ensure effective and robust execution of financial risk management through implementation of the Petronas corporate financial policy. The CPF advocates for a unified strategy to financial risk management across the organization. The CFP is supplemented by guidelines in the areas of integrated financial share, service center, liquidity management, capital structure and financing, cash preparation, investment, banking, foreign in-charge management, credit, asset and liability management, and integrate financial risk management, as well as proactively discussing, review and monitor MSB credit risk exposed, making suggestion to management on suitable credit risk mitigation activity to reduce credit risk exposure, and review specific customer account and overall credit performance. The MCC meets once a month in chair by the Chief Financial Officer and is made up of selected member of management from several departments. So that's all for SWOT analysis. So now we move to innovations. MHB, so how quickly the world is changing and the need of providing stakeholder with long-term solution. As a result, they have a look at renewable opportunities, such as the construction of offshore wind farm construction. They are positioned to develop a sustainable future for the company, and the experience and competence in offshore construction capability. To support MSB grow and objective, they continue to improve technology and create a highly engaged and diverse staff. in the quest of building a better world, the company will navigate going forward in providing superior marine and heavy engineering solution. MHB company have many innovation and technology for each department. For example, is offshore, onshore, conversion, marine repair and refurbishment, and plant maintenance. For offshore, is fabrication and full engineering procurement, construction, installation, and commissioning. And offshore facility is service for deep water facilities, fixed platform, and renewable energy facilities. So for onshore, the fabrication service for onshore modules and facility is pre-assembled units, pre-assembled rack, pipe spool fabrication, and site installation. Next is a conversion. Conversion of offshore facility just one location, which is floating production, storage, and offloading. Floating and offloading, and for mobile offshore production unit. Besides, they have a marine repair and refurbishment. The comprehensive marine repair and life extension solution for various types of vessel. Ring and the marine facility is just carry product tanker, container carriers, offshore supply vessel, and riggers. Lastly is for plant maintenance. The facility for plant maintenance is plant shutdown and maintenance, routine maintenance, and upgrading the works. So the company of the floating production storage of offloading, KK and the KK SPA for the KK field in September 2006. Malaysian first deep water project was one of MHB accomplishment. The SPA platform was the first to be installed outside the Gulf on Mexico. And the FPSO KK was Malaysia's first deep water FPSO. In 2007, the MHB Group expand its international footprint by operating and managing the Kianli yard, Turkmenistan only fabrication yard, on behalf of Petronas Karagali. So the completion of the Gumus Kakap semi-floating production system was the most recent noteworthy achievement. This is the world's last such plant that has been internally constructed and integrated on land. On May 13, 2013, the FPS ASEAN with deep water facilities are MMHE East and MMHE West. MHB expand its yard size and capacity with the acquisition of new land for the fabrication for offshore oil and gas related structure in April 2012. As part of the yard optimization program to accommodate EPSIC works. And MHB Pasir Gudang yard capacity has expanded from 69,000 MT to 129,000 as a result of the acquisition, making MHB the last fabrication in Malaysia today in terms of yard size capacity. MMHE is yard at Jalan Pekeling was renamed MMHE West in accordance with the transaction, while the newly acquired yard was called MMHE S. So that's all for innovation. Jangan.
Thank you to Taki and Mufid. Thank you with the long explanation. Thank you. Okay, next we will proceed to the type of leadership and managing conflicts. That will be my part. So here I will introduce you to the board of director of MMHE. And the first one, as you can see, that is Datuk Nasaruddin Muhammad Idris, independent non-executive director. And the next one is Choi Kai-chun, senior independent, non-executive director. And the third one is IR1 Yusuf Wan Hamad, independent, also non-executive director. The fourth one is Gladys Leong, independent, non-executive director. She is the only woman of the board director and the management committee. And sixth one is I'm sorry. This one is I'm sorry. The fourth one is Kate Taylor, the independent and non-executive director. Okay, so the fifth one is Gladys Leong, independent, non-executive director also. The fourth one, sorry. The fifth, the sixth, Yi Yang Chen, non-independent, also non-executive director. The seventh one is the Sheikh Hashim Sheikh Abdullah, and the last one is Pandai Othman, non-independent and an executive director. So this is the board of director of MMHE. The next one is the management committee. So here we have the first one, Pandai Othman, the managing director and the chief executive officer. The second one is Ahmad Zakri Mat Saleh, the chief financial officer. The third one is IR Hisham Harun, senior general manager of marine business. The fourth one is Stefan Denount, senior general manager, heavy engineering business. Okay, and the fifth one is Thierry Revelet, senior general manager for heavy engineering operations. The sixth one is Shahrin Al-Bakri, Mustafa Al-Bakri, senior general manager of legal, corporate secretarial and compliance, LCSC. The seventh one is Badrul. Sorry. Okay, and the seventh one is Badrul Izam Baharum, the Senior General Manager of Human Resource, HR. And the last one is Muhammad Yusuf Ahmad, Senior General of Marine Operations. So all these board directors, the board's primary responsibility is to oversee the group's overall strategy. As you know, the board director is the higher level management, and they oversee what the employees are doing. That's their job, their responsibility. They oversee the group overall strategy and corporate direction, as well as to assure the stakeholders that their needs are being satisfied to the best of their abilities. The board consider and make decisions on a variety of matters affecting the group, including strategies and business plan, business conduct, and key operational initiative. The third one, financial plans, annual budget, and perform reviews. Next, major investment. They affect the major investment, expansions, divestment, funding proposals, and diversification of business. Also, the major human resource issue, VIS, this talent development, and for risk management, and also corporate governance practice. So these are the responsibility of the board of directors. Okay, so the sustainability management, the board places a high priority on developing strategies to promote long-term success in their area, such as health, safety, and the environment of the company, as well as a social and economic progress. So the risk management and internal controls. Okay, I will talk about the risk management and internal control. The board recognized that its overall responsibility for maintaining a competent risk management and internal control system to protect shareholders' money and the group assets. Okay, so this is all about all about the leadership. And here we will proceed to the conclusion. So we know maritime industry is very important to today's economy. They help us with all the shipping online and logistics. As we know right now, COVID, we cannot go to the shop. We cannot go to the mall to buy things, and we buy things by online, by COD, and that we require the logistic, shipping, maritime. If you want me to order in Shopee, such as Shopee e-commerce, Lazada, that's required shipping and logistic. And so for maritime industry, it is very important to us, whether in this pandemic or not. They help us in many ways. So it is better for maritime industry to upgrade their technology. So it will be easier for us to use it. And as we know, MHB is a good company. I can say it is one of the popular company in the maritime industry. And also many of us senior really would like to work in MHE company. Okay, so that's all for conclusions, and that's all for our presentation. So thank you. Okay.